All right, now we have another special guest.
Best guest we've had all day.
Best
Oh,
guest we've had
sure.
all
You
day.
say that to everybody, don't you, AJ?
That's not true.
No.
We rotate who says that, but you know,
I see.
yeah.
Sarah was up last.
It is Rich Beagelmeyer from Horse Racing Radar, hardest working man in I almost called you a mayor.
That's all right. That works.
Yeah.
Hardest working man in horse racing. He'll tell you
Yes.
that because he's doing everything all the time. Rich, thanks for coming on, old friend of the show. What's up, buddy?
I am the James Brown, man. You got to pay the cost if you want to be the boss. There's no
Damn.
question about that.
Exactly.
Love it.
Watch me. All right.
Oh, wow.
All
All
right.
right.
Rich,
So
thanks
from
for coming on.
where we started to where we are now, completely two different places.
Yeah. I guess maybe we'll try to at least break down a race. We'll try. At this rate, we'll find out how it goes. But we're gonna go for race 8 on Friday. We have the Grade 1 Juvenile Fillies Turf, $1 million at stake. Rich, who are you liking in this race?
Well, you gave me the easy ones with the 2-year-olds, right? With the deep fields and the European horses and all kinds of good
Yep.
stuff. But
I had to keep it easy for you.
yeah, I like the challenge. But for me, I'm looking at, I think this race is pretty much wide open. So I'm looking for some prices. Obviously, at the Breeders' Cup with those swollen money pools, you want to try to find some prices so you can get paid. I'm going to start off my picks with number 9, Koala Princess. 2 races, 2 wins, been the pace setter, one coming from off the pace, so she's shown some versatility, but is going to switch to a route for the first time, which is a 30% angle for trainer Arnaud Delacour. I hope I got that right. Looking at the race, though, I've been having a lot of success lately working on like trying to match track bias to the horse a little bit better and catching more prices. She does have some of the best late pace figures, and the distance on the turf does favor late pace horses at Del Mar. So I'm looking for Koala Princess to successfully handle that stretch out in 2 turns and come home at a nice price.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. That's it. So,
Taking the 9.
so you're just taking the 9 all day. What else do you like?
Oh, I'm going to single it. That's it. Run on, pick 6. Now, the next
wow.
step behind it, I was just expecting some commentary from somebody. That's
No,
all.
no.
Like your ideas are
Well,
horrible. Rich.
I mean, they are, but I want to hear what else you got to go before
Yeah,
I go with that.
All right. So next up, I have Piazza Bianca. You know, I like family names. That's my niece's name. Horse last time out improved across every single metric in her second career effort. And you know that she can absolutely handle the distance. The biggest concern for me here, and one of the reasons why I did take Koala Princess first, is that Joel Rosario, it looks to me, had an opportunity to ride either one of those 2 horses. Instead, he took Koala Princess. So I think he made his bet there. And I'm a big fan of Joel on longer races because it seems like he has that finish line timed in his head very well when to make his move. So him taking off of the one to go to the 9, I still like the fact that the Pizza Bianca improved.
Mike Piazza.
Yeah, Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
It's pizza, like baseball. I mean, the I and the A in the pizza is all that's confusing me, to be honest. When you get old, it'll happen to you too, AJ.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. And then in my third pick is the Hello You, $400,000 horse, most expensive horse in the field by a pretty wide margin. Started out its career not living up to that price tag, but it looks to me like in the last race figured it out when she ran away from the pack late. So I think she could live up to that price tag. And finally, my fourth pick is another European horse. That's number 13, Miss Encina. I hope I got that one. If you're looking at these European horses, one of the things that you want to pay attention to is how they run on a good surface, because many times they catch soft or heavy or yielding tracks. They come over here, they finally get firm, fast footing. Miss Encina has been on a good surface 2 times and won both of them with jockey O'Sheen Murphy. Hope I got that right. He took a 1 race hiatus, comes back to the horse. So I figured last time she misfired on a soft track, comes back to a fast and firm track in Southern California. It's not raining by you guys, right?
Yeah, we don't know what that is out here.
Probably not.
It's rain.
Someone wrote a song about that. So I think Miss Encina's going to love the fast, firm track. And so those are my top 4 picks. Koala Princess, Pizza Bianca, Hello Is You, and Miss Encina.
Ooh, all right. Who do you like?
All right. Well, I'm going to go with right away, Pizza Bianca. I think this horse could get a perfect trip here. The Rosario thing I did look at because I'm big on that as well. But I saw Clement and Ortiz. I figured that this might be even a business deal at this point. I don't even know if Clement would care about Rosario. And I agree with Rosario has a great clock in his head, and he does know where that line is and everything like that. Because I did go back and forth with that. But I'm playing Pizza Bianca because if you guys didn't know, instead like I used to be called White Chocolate when I played basketball, but then they changed it when I gained a little weight to White Pizza.
Oh, Jesus.
So you know, I mean, it happens when you're Italian.
We went there.
Absolutely did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, and I think I do like the one here. I went with the 12 here with one of the invaders here, which I think this horse will like this distance here. We're going to see it. This is one of the ones you're taking a little bit of a risk on because never run the distance before, but I think has closed. So why not take a shot? Why is this horse here? I mean, why not? One last 2 in a row. I'm going to go with the 12 there. And that's Malavath.
Malavath, yes. The
Malavath.
other concern about me on that one is it has run on a good surface a couple times and
Yep.
fire.
Yeah.
That
I
was
did
my
see
my
that.
big red flag
Yeah.
with that horse.
I think wants a distance though. We'll see. Could be one of those 6 furlong horses that are just a 6 furlong horse. Who knows? We like to bet closers for everybody out there on 6 furlongs where a mile is way different than closing at 6 furlongs. So we'll see with that one. I went with the 5 Bubble Rock, who could just, in my mind, is improving. I like that route and could just straight steal this race with Irad and the irons. I think we'll go to the lead, and I don't think we'll be that hard pressed.
Probably.
So this mile on the turf, I think I have to play Bubble Rock, especially at 8-1 with Irad and the irons. So I'm going to go 1, 5, 12 with my picks here.
All right, AJ, who do you like?
Bubble Rock's my favorite far and away. Not even close. 8-1 Cox and Irad, especially the way you've seen this horse ran since this maiden comes out in the grade 3. Oh, wow. Bubble Rock. If I could single it in a 14 horse field, I would, but it's 14 horses. So who knows what will happen. But Bubble Rock is far and away my favorite in this. I was looking at that 12 Malavath, and I wasn't quite sure until Candace Hare on Twitter right before we got on said that was her favorite European of everyone in the Breeders' Cup. Bam, 12 I'm including in my ticket too.
Andrew heard me say it.
Dude, go back to Candace said that
She did.
a lot
She said that
longer
this
before.
morning.
I
Yeah.
reiterated it then.
All right.
Yeah, well, you didn't mention that Candace Hare also said it, so that equally became one of my favorites in this race as well. I was looking at consumer spending because I did see that horse run at Saratoga this whole meet and was very curious what it did. It did get the win at Laurel. 8-1 is a pretty good price, but I am also with you guys on that one. Mike Piazza Bianca, just off of, you get the grade 1 win already coming into this, even at Woodbine, or not the grade 1 win. I'm sorry. The effort that it had there and Clement and Jose, because I don't agree with what do we have? The Rosario.
Moving on to the nine.
Yeah. Clement's going to take probably Jose, not to mention too, and Rich, as soon as you said like that, I cannot trust a Monmouth and a Kentucky Downs win to save my life. Like I just can't.
But you can go at Laurel Park.
Well, that was my third choice, man. Let's go.
one thing Trevor
Monmouth
McCarthy-
without wins, and you got a track that runs for 4 days out of the year. Like typically Kentucky down horses, I will stay away from as good as they look. And I think there's actually one coming up that we're going to talk about that I will take. That being said, but but I get where you're at. I mean, look at this race. I think anybody can win. California Angel down there, like sparked my curiosity as well. But when it comes down to it, I'll go the 12, the 1, and the 5.
Okay.
Only AJ Ryder can say, I'd single this horse if it wasn't a 14, then anyone could win in the same breath.
Does it all the time.
I
That's
well,
how- that's how
I
we roll.
might. I would take the other two underneath, and like if I was
Yeah.
gonna if I had to cut down, especially in a juvenile sequence that we're gonna have on Friday, you got to find somebody to because
Yeah.
you could take
Exactly.
4 horse, 5
Ballsy
horses
play.
every single
Yeah,
race.
yeah, no, I get you. That's a ballsy play. I was just
It is,
busting
it
your ass.
is, yeah. Well, I went 3 deep. Bubble Rock I'm on. I think this horse, if this horse gets loose on the lead, could wire the field. So I won't say too much about Bubble Rock. I am liking the 7 here with AJ Consumer Spending. They are dropping this horse back in distance. This horse has been running at a mile 16th every single race. So I'm interested to see how this horse performs at a mile, but I don't feel like it should be a problem whatsoever. But a horse I also like for a price that no one's talked about is the 2 Cairo Memories at 12-1, coming off of a stakes win at Santa Anita, raced and has won at Del Mar at a mile. Del Mar's, I think, just a track. You know, if they raced well there, certainly put them on my ticket. But 12-1, it's a price I am going to take. So I went 3 deep with the 2, the 5, and the 7.
2, 5, 7. All right.
Yep. So those are our juvenile fillies turf picks.
And real quick, I
Rich,
know we gotta
Rich,
go
you
to-
had the
One,
you had
one
the
thing I wanted
13,
to
right?
add, I
Oh.
had the 13. One thing I wanted to
Yeah, I
add
like
is
those.
talking to Trevor McCarthy on our show, the podcast, The Player's Edge. He mentioned that one of the things that he found difficult coming from the East Coast to the West Coast is how fast and hard they get out of the gates in California, and how a lot of the East Coast horses aren't accustomed to that. So when they come from New York or Kentucky over to California, that first part of the race is something that they're not used to, and that's why sometimes you see those East Coast horses underperform out west. So I would keep that in mind too.
Oh, that's
It's
really,
interesting. It makes sense.
yeah.
It makes sense. It does make sense because it is, when you watch it, it's more European style there where they
Yep.
kind of, lag back. And you wonder if it's a longer grass or you know what I mean? Maybe it's
Whatever it may be.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you can,
But no, because the 13 was one of my like very last cutoffs, strictly because it goes to the rule with 2-year-olds. When you see 3 races and every single one, I look at the numbers and this horse has continued to improve, which is an angle we've used quite a bit. And this is one of those horses. I didn't pick it just because I don't know anything about European racing. And that was kind of the reason it left off. But I do like it, like, for at 6-1 in a race where who knows what you're going to get at the end of the day.
absolutely. All right.
Absolutely. So those are picks for race 8, juvenile fillies turf.